Hello students, today we are going to discuss about character arrays and strings, how to read and write a string. After completion of this lecture, you will be able to write a program using string arrays. So let us see how to create a string array. For this, we need to include string.h header file whenever we are dealing with strings. And this is a default header file which we use. So you can create a string array using two techniques. One is giving character by character or directly giving the word. If you are giving character by character, we have to use a single quotes like this within the braces and followed by /0 at the end of the string. Or else you can give the word as it is within double quotes. If it is a word, we have to use double quotes. If it is a character, single letter, we have to use single quotes here. And for a string, we need not give the /0. It automatically allocates /0 when the program is compiled. And then try to print these two characters. So it will print, this will also print the same word, this will also print the same word. And whenever we are printing words, we have to use here percentile s. And whenever we are giving to whenever we are using printf statement with percentile s, we did not give ch of I, or within the loop we did not use, because these are the strings. If you give directly the particular array name, that is enough. We did not write ch of I and we did not write for loop, so these are not needed. Directly we can do the variable name because we are using percentiles. So this is how we go for declaration of a string array. This is a sample program where we can count the number of vowels when you give some word. If you see here, so we have declared a string array. In this we have to find out how many number of vowels are there. So for this we need to use one variable which is count variable. It will be incremented whenever you find some vowel. So here we are writing that s of a particular variable, s of I. S of I is what? I is 0. Initially we are starting with the first letter. This first letter index will be 0. That is s of 0. Where this is not equal to null means this string, this particular declared string is having some word. It is not empty. If it is not empty, then go on calculating the number of vowels. Check whether these vowels are present or not. A, E, I, O, U. So here we will increment this every time. First we will take s of 0 is the first letter in this particular word, whether it contains any of this letter A, E, I, O, U. If it contains, increment the count to plus, that is count plus 1. Initially it is 0, otherwise increment to 1 if any of this is there. Otherwise don't increment, put it as 0 only. And then go for the second letter. Second letter index is 1. We need to increase the index. So index is I, so here that's why we are writing I plus plus. So this particular loop, if loop is only to count the number of vowels, once this is done, we enter the while loop where we are incrementing the index. So again s of 1, we will check whether the index 1, that is second letter, if it is containing any of these 5 letters. If it is there, count will be incremented. So second letter is A, so here count will be equal to 1 instead of 0. 0 is incremented to 1. Then you will be out of this loop. Then I plus plus. Then we check the second index, that is V. We check for index number 2. So likewise we will do until any of this S is equal to, until it is not null. Means after T we have /0 which is null. Once this condition is met, this loop will not be implemented. The program will be out of the loop. Then directly the number of vowels will be printed along with the count. Count is an integer number, so that's why we are writing percentile D. So in this we have A, and then we have O and I. So total 4 vowels are there. So when you run this program, you get the result as number of vowels 4. Next example, accepting string as input. So directly you can use printf and scanf also. Printf, enter the string. Whatever string you enter, that will be accepted by scanf. And here in scanf also, whenever we are using percentile s, we need not write s of I. We can directly write the string name. And it will print what is the entered string. So we have declared here Java T point is the best. So here you have entered So it is not displaying the total string, students. It is displaying only the first word, because after this point we have space. Whenever space is there, the remaining words after spaces will not be accepted by this scanf. So to overcome that, we need to do a slight modification here in order to accept all the words which are separated by spaces. Okay, so this program will print only the words which are ended up to spaces. So to get this total statement, so let's check the next program. In scanf, okay, so we need to use spaces or slash n also. Here we have slash n, and in between we have spaces. Spaces are generally represented using, okay. So spaces are there. So spaces or slash n, here it is represented using this one. So this exclusive or represents anything which is starting with a slash n here. So here between the spaces is considered over here. So whenever spaces is there, it is taking it as a slash n over here. Scanf percentile slash n is, so anything which is starting, okay, until the next line. So here spaces are considered until slash n is found. So until slash n is found, this particular statement will work, and here this is how the statement will be printed. Now in this case, total line will be printed. So slash n is present at the end of the statement. So until slash n is encountered here, up till that point, all the inputs will be taken, including spaces. So that is why slash n is used here. And this represents the any string before slash n. So this total is represented by exclusive or. It is anything before slash n will be accepted, and it will be stored under S. So summary of this topic, we have seen declaration of string arrays and how to display the string arrays. So let us see a small example. So this is a declaration of an array. So among this, which one is correct? Just take a few seconds and analyze. Yes, students. So let us see the answer. Okay, so among all these four, if you see character array is a string. Yes, it is declared as a character array. And we have double quotes are there. It means it is accepting some string. Within double quotes, you can use any special symbol or anything. The next one, it has no null character at the end. No, when it is stored, even if you are not giving here, it will be stored along with null character. So this is wrong. String size is not mentioned. So string size, it will be allocated as per the input whatever we have given. And string cannot contain special characters. It can contain special characters because we are using exclamatory mark here, and dots are also used. Okay, so first one is the correct answer. Lecture outcome revisited. After completing the discussion on this topic, you will be able to develop programs for string arrays. And this is a sample lecture level question, student. Develop a program to count number of vowels and consonants in a program. So you can try this program. Thank you.